Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today on this Wednesday morning. I'm Lisa Budeau here with Chris Berg. Was it still snowing when you came in?
It was kind of snowing a little bit.
It was kind of pretty. I know.
I hate to say it, but I agree
know.
with you.
It was forecast. We knew it was coming. I know I had run to the gas station to get something real quick this morning, and they were just visiting, like, oh man, I thought it was going to be spring. Why we have to have snow again? At least, this is the last week of February, so when we get snow, it usually doesn't last as long. This is a live look right now. A snowy Wednesday. This picture kind of looks a little dreary, but they were kind of big, fat snowflakes. Weren't really sticking,
It was kind of nice. It was one of those like early November, December snows. You're like, okay, it's Christmas time. This is pretty. Late February, it's sort of like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's like, it's not as exciting, that first snowfall. It's a little bit better in November. Now, not so much, but still.
Some good news, though. I was listening to this morning, and someone was talking about how February is like one of the driest Februaries that we've had in a long, long time. So considering how much, rain we had last fall, and we thought, well, remember, I think it was January or something like that, we had that like 3-day just barn burner of a storm, and I thought, man, if we replicate this anymore, I might as well just build an ark. And so, now thanks to February, I'm like thinking, okay, we might be okay, especially if it's 36, 37, below freezing.
Right, because we're going to have another nice weekend.
Yeah.
Do a little bit of melting. Although, did you hear, and I know we've been talking about this with the flood outlooks, that Fargo has a number for how many sandbags they want to have filled. So I think it's always, better safe than sorry. And we fill them. I helped fill last year, and then we didn't need them. And then, somebody always needs them in some place. So it's
That's right, they need them in Valley City, remember? So they ship a bunch over to Valley City, and so thank goodness they were able to help out there. Because Valley, that area, who knows, I think it was Enderlin at one point, they had like 30 inches in about 3 hours, it seemed like. It was just unbelievable.
I know, certain pockets just kind of get really hit. I found a super special national holiday today. It's kind of been my thing. We had Tortilla Chip Day, we had Cherry Pie Day. This one is actually a very deserving day. Someone messaged me on Facebook, thank you for that. Today is National School Bus Drivers Day. Apparently it's the fourth Wednesday of every February, and I think, how awesome is that? I've told you this story. I tried to find an old picture of Ruby. I lived in town, but Ruby was my favorite bus driver as a kid. And she would, or when I was in high school, I guess I was a kid, for basketball trips and things like that. So I have no picture. However, Jordan Schreier, my colleague on the Valley Today, good old rural farm kid, he took the bus every day, and he had this on his phone. That's Jordan, like...
It is not.
It is, I think, first day of kindergarten. But the best part of this picture is because that's bus driver Eric Stuber in the background. So I kind of went through, I had some, school bus pictures from, Bo Bells, but I didn't have a picture of the school bus driver. So never mind Jordan Schreier, who doesn't even look like Jordan in that picture.
I was going to say.
Thank you for all of your hard work, Mr. Stuber, I believe. So how cool. Everybody becomes a little attached to their school bus driver, I think, to Eric Stuber. So, and then Cordell, who has been making a lot more appearances, our producer, he sent this picture in, and I don't think this looks like him, although he's young, so it wasn't that many years ago. I think this was after, did you say a speech meet, and there was a bus, did you guys hit a deer? So if you look closely at the school bus, you can see, and that's part of the whole rural North Dakota, thing too, that obviously on his way to another small town, they actually hit a deer with their school bus. But look at Cordell. Look at how cool he is with his shades and his leather pack. Are you still a Packers fan? Oh, yeah. Yeah? Okay. Interesting.
Cordell, only because I love you, I want to bust your chops so bad in that picture, but I'm not going to do that on TV. So
he's like, thank you very much. Okay.
But I will ask you this: did Cordell look like anybody to you in that picture?
Who do you think he looked like?
I'm not going to say on TV. I just was curious if maybe someone came to you.
Tom Cruise with the bowl cut.
Okay, I know it was.
Okay, good. So he said it. Kind of.
Jim Carrey. Well, you could have said that. Jim Carrey from Dumb and Dumber, the bowl cut. Okay, yeah, I can see it.
All he needs is the light blue velvety tux and just what did he say again, Amish and Tony, when he was over there and he was like, hey. He's just standing there, remember? He's like,
at the bar.
Yeah. Do you feel the vibe?
Got to put the cheek up. Put the cheek out. It would have been funnier if he would have been standing like that, but good for when Cordell showed me that picture, I also was like, the hair was, although just to prove that I'm a good sport, don't put it up yet, I have a picture that shows I can laugh at myself. Remember, I was at MSUM critiquing campus news this week because I've been in the news business for a while. That's where I, went and got my mass communications degree. And so we were talking about that. And someone, a friend of mine, texted me a picture and said, oh, by the way, they just had a reunion at campus news at Moorhead, MSUM, used to be Moorhead State. That dates me. Had a reunion and they put a whole bunch of little clips together. So I don't have the video clip, but I took a picture, or they took a picture of the video from my days back at campus
news.
news.
This is you on camera, you on set.
That's me. Does that look like me? Someone, when it was text to me yesterday, I'm like, well, who is this? Why are they sending me this picture? That was my.
Are you honest right now? Like you didn't even recognize yourself?
I didn't. It was. I was like, what is this picture? Wait a minute. And that is Unique Dollhouse. Remember, I do remember my first. I've gone through a lot of co-anchors over the years. Then they come and go. But Unique was my first, and that was back in my days of. And I did write that my vintage.
Wait, your
campus news picture.
Her name was actually Unique.
I think it was Unique.
Oh, Unique. I was like,
not
wow,
like unique, not with a U, but dollhouse. Look at that. Look at that hair and the shoulder pads and my jacket. Pretty sure I still have that jacket. I should have.
You do not.
Gosh, I should have brought that. I'm pretty sure.
Girl, you need to bring that tomorrow. We're gonna burn it on air. All right.
I can't let go of stuff. I can't.
I know. That's why we need to set you free.
I should look. I should look and bring that back. I could find another clip. I remember the first jacket I ever bought. That wasn't the first one. I had this cream Ralph Lauren
I'll give you $20 tomorrow if you wear that jacket for the whole show.
It came with a skirt. I could maybe wear the jacket.
Yeah, just the jacket.
You know what though? Really, for how? I mean, this was a few years ago. I look a little younger, obviously, but I don't think that jacket is so. Besides the shoulder pads, I don't think it's I could still wear that. See,
it's
everything
not bad
comes
at
back
all.
around.
It would just be great if you actually showed up in that jacket tomorrow for the entire show. Can you bring the picture back up? I keep trying to.
Does it look like Marley? Because a lot of people say that younger pictures of me look like my daughter, Marley. So she has straight, and there's a lot of hair behind me. I had very long hair.
Did you do your eyebrows, or they just naturally?
I don't know what was going on with my eyebrows there, to be honest.
You got the nice high lift going there.
Well, see, I went through the 90s and the early 2000s when you plucked the heck out of your eyebrows.
Oh.
And then now super big eyebrows are in, but it's unfair because no one told me in the 90s that in the 2020s, big full eyebrows were.
So how long was your hair? You said you had a lot of hair.
It was probably down to my back, yeah. And when I was talking to the campus news gals, I said, I remember, I won't name them on air, but other people came in and critiqued me, obviously, like I critiqued this week, and they were like, you need to cut your hair because anchors don't have long hair. Also, now, they probably said, you should not wear shoulder pads.
I
think shoulder pads are coming back, though, too, actually, too. And long hair. Really? Who doesn't have long hair? All female anchors have long hair.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so
Go back to the pic one more time.
Stop. Chris, one more time. Let's go back. It seemed like a good idea until you called for it the 12th time.
You have kind of like a nice Native American look right there, I think, right? You got the long hair going.
Long hair, high cheekbones. I have been told that. So
have you?
Maybe it's in my...
who knows? Being from...
Okay, we have a great show planned for you today.
We're so happy you can't hear what goes on in our ears. Let's just say that.
Coming up next, I'm excited to have these guys on here. We're going to be talking with Gigi's Playhouse ahead of their gala coming up, the I Have a Voice Gala. We're going to talk all about their expansion and what they have going on. That's next here on North Dakota Today. Stay with us.